we should be live on YouTube. TJ, take it away, explain what we're doing.
So today, guys, we are going to be making a game in an hour, and you guys are going to be influencing it. You are going to be suggesting what we put in the game and, you know, the mechanics of it with limitations. So if you can see on the right side of the screen, we've got a list of limitations, so any suggestions have to stick with them.
Okay, so today's mouse controlled, so we won't be using keyboards, which does mean that if you've got a phone, people should be able to play the app.
Yes, if you
on
have
a mobicular device.
Click of a mouse is the equivalent of one touch on like a touchscreen device, so we should be able to run it on mobile or tablet by the end of this.
Cool. Now, we have people who watch in who will want to comment, and so I am just going to attempt to find out who we have watching what.
Yes.
So
if for any reason, guys, we don't get back to you straight away, it is because for some reason it doesn't scroll down.
Or we don't.
Or that, yeah. One or the other.
So.
But yeah, it doesn't scroll down, so we have to manually do it. So just be patient if we haven't read them straight away.
And so we'll be using the free version of Clickteam Fusion. Oh wait a minute, I need to mute it. There we go. And so there we go. And that's available at clickteam.com. Right, now the other thing is if I magically load up the Facebook at the same time. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Great. There we go.
I thought we had someone else joining us for the stream then.
Maybe.
One of the live audience members nearly joined the stream.
Yeah, we're at St Stephen's Church in BD5 in Bradford, and so we have some people in the audience. Right, so give us a cheer, people from St Stephen's. Okay, so we'll officially start now. Start the timer.
Start the timer.
Okay, and so what kind of theme do we want to the game? So it's important to have a world theme, something in the game. Anyone got something? Yeah. Shout out. You need to shout out.
Your suggestions.
Space. Anything else?
Ninjas.
Space ninjas.
Oh, I'm liking this already.
Space ninja butterfly.
Unicorn. Getting quite a mixed theme here. It'll be quite quite different seeing all this together.
Okay.
Dungeon.
Dungeon. It's gone dark all of a sudden with the unicorn dungeon.
Star Wars.
Okay, that's copyright, so that is struck from the record. We're not using any copyright stuff. So, all right. What do you want to pick out of there, TJ? Shall we have some?
I quite like the space ninjas idea, but we could throw some cute collectibles in, maybe.
Well, maybe the butterflies could be the enemy for it. We could have the enemies being the butterfly, and the theme is space ninja. Fantastic.
Can you do enemy unicorn too?
An enemy unicorn. We'll see. We'll start off.
If we have time, we might make a boss unicorn.
So,
I'm just going to really quickly make one of these active objects always follow the cursor, and then a separate active object, which I won't actually decide what its movement is yet.
Okay, and to have something follow the cursor is really useful in Clickteam because it means that you can relate to those directions and those points as you go along.
We're just going to make an always rule and make it so that the coordinates for its X and Y are always going to be with the cursor. There we go. And then we're going to put 2 on the same one.
I'm going to go with the art style. I'm going to have a look at the illustrations because I think that's what. Yes. A rainbow butterfly choice or a green and brown butterfly? Which one? The people can't decide.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose
it's
rainbow.
Such a tough choice.
If we're in space, why not a rainbow butterfly? That's what I say. So I'm just going to download this and save it in the X drive so that you can access it over.
So I've just quickly named the object so that we know that one's the player and one is going to be the cursor. So it's always going to follow the mouse. Or on a touch screen, it will be where you last touched on the screen.
Okay.
Right, so we've got them. So who are we going to have as the good guy? What is the player going to be?
it was surely a space ninja. Surely the ninjas are
the good guys in
good
this.
guys. You know, butterflies are evil, as everyone knows. They're just, you know, disguised moths.
Has there been any dispute? Trolls. We've got a suggestion here.
Yeah, but we're not doing trolls. But Louise, we are going to very happily have rainbow butterflies.
Rainbow butterflies.
Louise agrees with us, and that's right because she is right. And and obviously we saw your comment before we chose rainbow. We thought we'll do that and pretend it's
Yes,
RD.
preemptive.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So I might as well just call it. Yeah. So what kind of movement shall we have for our playable character if he's always going to be following the mouse?
Well, we could have that as a target possibly, and we could have we could use the classic bouncing ball movement we used at last Appy Hour, so they're always moving and always set direction to the target. So I could set a shuriken. We could use a shuriken if that works as a one of those ninja throwing stars as one of the things that you follow. So if you want to, TJ, you can. Open up your cursor.
1 second, just making it relative to. Oh, no, that one. Yep. There we go. See, this is why we rename objects, because I don't always change how they look first.
Okay.
There we go.
And I will get on finding some ninjas for us. So, yeah, if you. So it's a double click to edit. No, you'll have to actually, rather than import them, you'll just have to double click on edit the object to change the
image on target.
Yes.
There we go. So,
and then just import it in, and it'd be quite large. We use PNG files because they're transparent. Although I forgot. No, this is transparent.
There we go. Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll
just
resize
need
it.
to shrink it down to make it a suitable size. So that's going to follow wherever your finger goes around the screen. With that always rule, always set the coordinates.
Yep.
And then
the ninja will always follow it.
Do you want to add the butterfly in?
Can do. Do we have the image for the butterfly?
Yes. It's called animal.
So I'll just call it.
What colour should the ninja be? Ninja colours.
Does anyone in the audience know what a traditional ninja colour is?
Black.
Yes.
Luminous yellow, I would have assumed, but black.
We've been looking at completely different ninjas.
We've got an issue that we're in space, and the thing about space is it's black. And the thing about ninjas is it's black.
Yes.
Yeah, luminous yellow. We could do that. Any other colours? Pink ninja?
These are starting to feel more like Power Rangers, but it's not a bad thing. Let's keep it. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, so we've got the butterfly one. I'm just getting you the ninja one now from the...
There we go. I don't think this one's transparent, so I'm just going to rubber it.
Oh, no, it should... Oh, is it not?
Oh no,
yes,
it is. It's fine. It's fine.
You're looking at a white screen, and that's what it should be there. This piece of paper is not transparent. No, it's white. Okay.
I think that's too big slightly.
Have a look.
There we go.
Oh, do you know what? I should have so cleared my downloads folder. I've got like 800 files that I'm looking at, trying to find one called Ninja. And it's not even called Ninja, it's called Black.
Most of today's time will be dedicated to going through all the files. Yes.
Right, okay. Should we have one with a... Is it a scythe? What is it? The sword that they carry?
Katana. I'd say a traditional katana.
Or ones with shurikens in its hand. Should we not confuse things and have a
shuriken, maybe?
Oh, well, we got a shuriken that we follow.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, we got to have shuriken. I won't overrule. Okay, so...
Shall we leave it to the audience?
They're not really... Do we want a sword or shurikens?
Shuriken!
Oh, yeah, it's decided.
That was a strong decision.
And what are we going to do with the colour of the ninja?
Should be
green. Green sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Greeny yellow. Let's do that. Kind of like a snot colour. There we go. It's orange. It's left field approach there. Right. Okay.
I'm just making it so the player and the enemy butterfly can't leave the play area, so they're going to stay inside the game, which is where we want them. So I'm just really going to.
And that's the classic.
Oh no, we don't.
Bounce.
Yeah, we want to bounce.
Because otherwise it will stop, and then we'll just use a similar rule for that ninja, and just using shortcuts of double clicking. I've got the image of the ninja now. Shall I find you a beautiful space background, TJ?
Yes, I would love one.
Yeah,
It will save me a lot of time.
You cared so much.
I like space. I'm just not really thinking I'm going to draw it in time. All of it. So
I've got
ninja.
This one. I'll move it across. Do you think this one? Does that look nice enough?
Yeah, we want it to be less black, so that one's fine.
Do you think we should go immediately? Oh, you'll need to crop that.
A little bit.
So shrink to fit, and just check where the hotspots ended up after shrinking it. So because it could be well out of it. So is it on top?
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
Right now,
I will check it for the butterfly.
With the background, I'm thinking that possibly the whole frame should be portrait. If you're going to play on a phone, I think we should change the frame. Well, not even the application. Should change it from being that way to the other. So in the window options. Of the application, yeah, the window options. If you change it to be, it will be, well, 640 is the width. If we reduce the width to 480 and do it as 800 high, that should solve it. So 800 high, you have to manually type in that. And that should be a wide screen, but portrait. 800 by 480, yeah. Possibly, we'll see. It could be 360. It could be. Yeah. No, that looks it. That looks like it. Yeah.
That's fine.
Perfect.
Although we've got these.
The
glitch is gone.
The glitch is happily gone. So.
Just make sure I've definitely done them.
You can now add the background, and you can even lock it as well. It's called Milky Way, and it is about to appear in the X Drive. Now. So. Oh no, it's not as you'll have to insert a backdrop of this. I'm not being helpful today. Right.
Making more work for me.
We have ninjas. We have butterflies. What should the name of the game be?
The name should be Ninja Space.
Ninja Space. I think we could go a little bit more exciting than this. Ninja Fly. With a hyphenated.
How about Ninja Base?
Ninja Base. Ninja Fly Base. With 3 exclamation marks. Okay, so there we go.
I think the ninja stands out quite nicely.
Who are we going to put in there? Well, we've got our ninja in there, as you can see.
Yeah, we've got.
Okay,
so a ninja.
So at the moment, we've got movement dictated by the shuriken. Is he always following it? Have we got that?
Yeah, he always follows the shuriken.
Well, let's test this application, TJ.
Let's try something. And
as the screams of the happy children go
there
past.
We go. There we are.
If you click on screen, I don't think that.
I know what I've done.
I'm not sure that.
I've made it so I need to decide. Oh no, it should always be there.
Just let's have a look. Let's debug this program.
Debug this.
Always set position there. Always look at the Ninja Shuriken. Great. Let's try that one more time. The Shuriken. Where is the Shuriken? I think that we've got an issue of the hotspot not being in the centre. Remember when we looked at the Ninja when we resized it? I think we need to double check the Shuriken to see that the hotspot is in the centre. And this hotspot's so vital to knowing where things are. And it is. Yep. And it is.
So.
Why on earth does it disappear?
Visibility. Yep, it's visible.
Oh, debugging fun. Debugging, a great word that sounds slightly rude.
Yeah, so we'll be educating you guys slightly on debugging as well.
And we'll run it with the debugger.
Oh, so it's working on this screen.
Okay.
And now on this screen. There we go.
So it's now just working.
Yep. I think it's because I not used the gravity option to set it to the centre of mass.
Oh, maybe.
So
okay.
It's working now.
It could have been anything. It's now fixed.
Yep.
The ninja is happily seeking the shuriken. I think that we should have a rule that if the ninja touches the shuriken, something happens.
We could set to bounce so it kind of throws the player off briefly.
Or maybe some kind of attacking, or maybe game over. Okay, guys, what do we think? When the ninja touches the shuriken, is it a bad thing or a good thing?
It depends how he touches it.
Well, he's going to touch a sharp bit because that's the nature of shurikens, unless you turn it to the side.
There isn't many good ways to bump into a shuriken.
I think they should lose half a point.
Lose half a point.
Half a point.
Well,
can we round it up to a full point?
You could round it up to a full point.
Right, so we're going to add score now. That's what we're going to do. We're introducing score to the game.
Oh, maybe oxygen levels. It could damage his oxygen tank.
Yeah.
So maybe, TJ, if we don't have it as a score, if we input a counter, we can use a horizontal bar, and horizontal bars then deplete. And it's an easier way to seeing how long you are. We could use the score for something else, of course. but we'll have to change the colour a bit. But let's add a counter in.
Right, so we've got a counter.
I'll start looking at some music. Okay, so
I'm going to start renaming things before I forget. So,
what music shall we have?
right, so we've got oxygen. I'm just going to change how it looks because it's really important so we can actually see it in the background. So there we go.
There's kind of like a whole, all of the under 9s of like just doing a battle royale at the moment in the middle of the hall.
Yeah.
Feel free. But we will carry on regardless. Great.
Right, so we've got an oxygen counter. What shall we start it as its initial value? Shall we start with 100?
100.
Yeah, so we're going to change it to...
I think more because we want it to deplete. If we set it to 10,000...
10,000?
Then when it depletes, it'll be smoother because it'll deplete in units of 1.
There we go. Right, so
there we go.
Minimum...
I just want to say to any adults, if you don't want your kids live streamed on YouTube, then probably keep them off the stage.
Right, we'll start as a maximum so you can't go over that.
Great, and then change it to horizontal bar? Is it that counter?
Yes, this one's counter.
Yeah.
And we want it to be horizontal bar.
Oh, you changed all the colour and then I mess it up for you. Oh yeah, and what?
Right,
what colour for an oxygen bar? Blue! Orange. Blue's a bit more oxygen-like.
Be some funny oxygen if it was orange.
Okay.
Wouldn't be breathing that in. There we go. So the score, I'm just going to really quickly change its font before I can't no longer see it. And we'll have that, just have it a bright yellow. And there we go.
Fantastic. Now I've come across this website.
I can see it just creeping in there.
Natintine. Well, we normally use Kevin McLeod's Incompetech, but someone contacted me, one of the composers of the music at natintine.com, and said, why don't you use our music? So today we will. And it says, let's find the right track for you. Choose your mood. And what mood are you feeling?
I'm feeling playful.
Playful. So, there we go. We've got Stoner's Paradise, Cave Troll with Battle, and Upbeat. I'm going to have a quick listen to those.
Cave Troll with Battle.
Cave Troll with Battle sounds pretty cool.
Can I listen to it?
I will put it on the mic in a second. So. Yeah, this is the one. What do you think? Let's have some external. What do you think? Space battles with butterflies? Yeah.
What do you think, Olivia?
Go on, have a listen to that.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah? Oh, it's a boogie. It's a boogie. We've got boogieing happening.
Maybe we could have a space asteroid that hits in a certain amount of time.
We definitely can.
I'm just quickly doing a few things in the background, things we can alter very easily at any point by changing digits, numbers, and just the equation. I'll let you guys enjoy the music for a bit. I'm just going to quickly do these.
You're on the screen?
I am. Right, okay. I'll just save that to the X drive so that it's ready for you. So, how are we doing? So we're only 20 minutes in, and we're doing alright.
We're doing alright. I'm just filling in a few blanks at the moment. A few of the basics are getting covered, and then we can alter them later on.
Good.
That actually scared me. Just looking up and seeing someone stood on my shoulder.
Put some more things on.
Well, try not to play with my head just whilst I'm doing this.
I'd like to say that Impact Gamers, we work with 7-year-olds and up, but we don't exclude the younger siblings who like to.
I completely forgot what I was doing then. So music's what we're doing, isn't it?
Welcome to
yeah.
So this is what it's like, TJ, as an example of if you have kids. This is just general life, just trying to do things. Just
forgetting exactly what I was doing most of the time.
I'm listening to my music. I'm in a safe place. Happy place.
Happy place.
Okay, right. I'm going to do some title artwork for Ninja Fly.
I've just made it so we have a way of losing the game again, we can change this later on if we have time,
So
but
life
for
equals
now,
0.
we do have a way of dying now in space as a ninja. In fact, we have 2, because I'm going to add in if our oxygen depletes. So compared to that counter equals
That's what I'm
0.
saying. So if we hit a butterfly, we lose a
actually-
life? Brilliant.
Yes.
And if our oxygen runs out?
I do need to change this
Okay.
rule though.
Okay, I need help from you guys listening. What it would give us more oxygen?
What will give us more oxygen?
Yeah, what would give you more oxygen? I can get you a mirror. If you want to see yourself, I can get you a mirror.
Space probes. I'll give you.
What?
Ice probes. Maybe we could have oxygen fuel tanks.
Fuel tanks? Fuel tanks is an option.
Probes.
I'm liking this.
Probes that give oxygen.
Air,
Yeah.
probes,
Yeah.
tanks. Okay.
So oxygen tanks
I'm
we
not
can
going to
find
search
as
for
a
all those
collectible.
words together because I'm
No.
sure I'll get some very dodgy websites.
Yes. So we will stick to oxygen tanks. So are we going to collect them to gain more oxygen?
Yeah, so that if we just have them floating about in the ether.
Yep. So I'm going to
essentially
add some physics just for them objects, just to give it a kind of spacey look.
I'm going to search for barrel.
Are you just going to save it as an image so I can just start coding
Yeah,
the
you
object
start
itself?
coding it away.
There we go.
And all of them are...
And we're off.
I'm getting... Oh, there we go. This is good. An iron barrel.
So I'm going to set it to physics static, and I'm going to allow collision with the butterfly just so it'll kind of propel it
are we
around the
adding
screen.
physics into this game?
Yes, we are.
Awesome! Do it!
So I'm going to show you guys really quickly how to add physics to your game. It's really simple. You just go down to physics objects and you want to drop the engine. You can drop it in the grey area, and this will allow you to alter different settings, including the gravity scale in the game. We don't want gravity in the game.
No. So we'll set the gravity
we're
of the
gonna
world in
turn
the
it-
physics engine.
Yeah, we're just going to turn everything off.
Strength at the top. At the
Gravity
top we can-
scale
yeah,
is
but
that
we've
what
got gravity
affects the
strength.
object, so we're going
Yeah.
to turn that to 0.
Yeah. I'd just like to point out that there's a community meal at St Stephen's Church that starts at 6, so it might get a
May get a bit rowdy.
Yes, and then quieter.
Yes.
When people eat. But we'll see.
So we're going to make this now affected by physics by selecting its physics object. No, it to be a physics static object. That's what we want. And we're going to allow it to not leave the play area.
Hello, and we're joined by Sam. Hello, Sam.
And the good news is St Stephen's can have their floor.
Yay! So, fantastic breaking news live on YouTube. St Stephen's Church in Bowling, West Bowling, Bradford, has... we've had a contract signed with the people who are going to fit the new heating. So, we won't rely on...
These massive heaters behind us, which are cooking us slowly.
Fantastic. Yay! Which means that next Impact Gamers Live will be in the warm. Well, hopefully. There's still time for things to go wrong, but...
So just to show you guys really quickly why I made it a stop rather than bounce is because if it's physics it will just apply to physics, so it will act like as if you threw an object at a wall by itself without gravity.
Yeah, physics objects contain their own elasticity, which means that stopping could be bouncing if they have elasticity. I've got the O2 barrel happening.
Oh sweet, right, I will just make it so this will affect it. There we go. The butterfly is not affected by a propane canister.
And how do butterflies move? Are they physics?
They're bouncing balls,
Great.
so I've just left it so
Great.
that they're not applying
Bouncing
to physics.
balls mean that it doesn't automatically generate the angles. You'd have to do that for you, which is good because we don't want the butterflies to be upside down. Is that right? Look, I wrote O2 because that's science there. O2 is oxygen, but O is oxygen, but O2 is like twice as good oxygen. If you add
How
hydrogen, it's just,
often do we want them to appear?
no, that's H2. That's one oxygen. Anyway, yeah, go on. How often do we want them to appear? Well, we'll try the game and see how quickly our oxygen runs out. How quickly does our oxygen run out? Every time we touch the shuriken.
Every time the shuriken, it's minus is 10. I think we should up that a little bit. It's not set as 1,000,
Is it
so
just when you overlap? So is that
just
60
when it
times a
collides.
second? Oh no, when overlapping.
Oh, when overlapping.
So that if you get lazy and don't move your ninja,
Let's do
the
this.
ninja always constantly moving. What is it that constantly moves so suffocate sharks? There we go.
Learn
Ninjas
something new
and
every day.
sharks. The same
So,
thing.
yeah.
Same thing, just different bandanas.
Overlapping this
Different
object.
bandanas, same thing.
There we go. So now it's overlapping, and whilst
They're so loud. They're so loud.
whilst overlapping,
Yes.
will it just constantly do it?
Constantly do it.
There
It'll
we
drain
go.
you.
That's fine.
So,
shall we test it?
yeah, test that out. So move that across. Oh yeah, look at that. That's
Oh wow, that is
Right.
right. So yeah, definitely. We'll add a few. In fact, I'm going to make it so they randomly spawn around the screen every. How often shall we put them in? Every 7 seconds for now.
Every 7 seconds.
Every 7 seconds. So the way we're going to do this is so it randomly appears around the screen. This is just to stop people sitting on top of the certain spot.
I've got a great little bit of maths for you that I've done. So we can have them randomly spawn on the left or the right. Right. Okay. So if you get it to spawn in the dead zone,
one sec then.
because when you create something in Clickteam Fusion, you have to choose a coordinate where it's created. It can't be random.
Yeah. So
but then
put it
you
on
can
the
move
outside.
Yeah. So put it on the outside.
Position.
And I want to show you. We're making a game in an hour. That's what we're doing, and we are currently nearly halfway through, and we're doing pretty well. So we're making Ninja Fly base.
So what do you have to do in the game?
In the game, you have to avoid the butterflies currently, and
But why butterflies?
because that was what people asked for. They were doing what the people asked for. That's why butterflies. I don't know why butterflies. Someone
Maybe
shut it.
butterflies could shoot laser beams.
Laser beams at the butterflies.
Laser
We'll
beam
have to
shooting
look-
buzzer. I
look
could
to
do that. I could
right,
have this.
okay.
Oh, is this? Are we doing a
the X
different?
coordinate. I just want to show.
Yeah.
So for the X coordinate, which is the left or the right of the screen, if you just have a random number, random out of 2, that means the computer will either pick 0 or 1. So 2 options. Okay. But then if we times it by the width of the frame, then it's either going to be 0 or the width of the frame. So we want to make it a bit further. So I'm going to plus 100 here. No, that's not going to work because then I need to minus 100.
Yeah, Chris.
Times. Oh yeah, no, I can do this. It starts off at minus 100. Minus 100. So then I need to plus 200 to balance it out in the end. So put 200. So that mathematically, if it picks 0, it's going to put it at minus 100. If it picks 1, it's going to put it at the frame width plus 100. Okay? And then you can set the Y coordinate to be that random range that you'd normally do set the Y coordinate to a random range between 0 and then we can use the frame height.
Which was 8.
Or just use the frame height from the
Oh, of course,
chessboard.
yeah. There's a
We
quick
can
way of doing
load
it. There is long ways and quick ways to do anything.
Hello,
in this.
Fraser. We
There
are
we
live
go.
streaming, making an app in an hour. It just happens to clash with a community
I've got an
lunch.
idea.
Jack's here with an idea.
Do you want to take the idea whilst I just check that that's going to work?
A Ninja Space Rocket? Yeah.
Yes, and the space bump and the space supplies the tape into it and guarded it. You've got to get the metal off of the space.
Okay, there's a very complicated harvesting metal off space butterflies. So if any of you guys listening had that idea at home, Jack actually had it at 6 o'clock on the day.
Right, so how much oxygen do we get from one tank? This is the important bit.
10,000. 5.
5.
We might need more than 5 just to
10,000 is the maximum amount of oxygen we can hold. So
100.
what do you reckon?
100.
100 per tank.
1,000 makes sense. Then it'd be 10 tanks. Yeah, let's say 1,000. I think
It's going to add 1,000 back to it.
Yeah, because it's 10,000 is the maximum.
No, 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 is
Oh,
the
100
maximum.
then.
100. There we go.
Oh yeah, we could have different levels. We definitely could. We'll see if we've nearly got half time. And that was the call from the little one saying it's nearly dinner time. So I hope you're enjoying your dinner right now if you're watching live.
What where's food?
There is food. We'll get served. Hey, would you bring us some food?
If not,
No.
I do have rations of chicken. If you want.
It's not real chicken, is it?
Oh no, it's really good chicken.
Watching something.
Okay. Right.
It is. It is.
How can we represent? Help me show that this guy's run out of oxygen. He turns blue, maybe. I'm just doing some visuals.
Ooh.
He starts panting. Yeah, someone's done their first aid course.
Can we just
today.
do a big cross on his face when he's defeated, when he's destroyed?
Defeated?
I would like that. Defeated by lack of oxygen.
Lost.
Or the butterfly, because there is 2 ways to die in this game.
There is. Okay. Here we go. Crosses for eyes. Yeah.
So currently, it's more of a survival game.
That's fine.
So there is a score system where for every second you gain 1 point. So it's more of a survival to try and get a good score.
I'm going to add ice crystals onto the frozen ninja body. It's so sad. X's for eyes. Yeah, that's how you know someone's dead. Their eyes become X's.
Okay, but that means he's dead.
It does mean he's dead. He's frozen. He's frozen in space.
How many butterflies are we going to have as enemies, or is it going to be one butterfly that can fire lasers? This is the issue.
I think that the butterflies
Should be free.
should be free. I think that they should change the amount of butterflies, that they come on and come off, that maybe they don't bounce when they hit the edge of the screen. Maybe they just travel from one side to the other, so you're just dodging waves of butterflies darting across the screen. Does that make sense?
It does. They'll
Yeah.
we'll have to make it so they're deleted once they leave the play area, won't we? Because otherwise it might cause a bit of lag in the.
What's that?
So if
They'll have to leave the play area, yes.
And no, so they're destroyed once they leave. Otherwise, we're going to have a lag of
Well, you could set them
100 butterflies.
We can leave that option in the runtime options as an option on a white piece of paper with a red triangle. Destroy if too far from frame. We leave that ticked, then it handles its own.
Oh, leave it tick.
Yeah,
There we
leave
go.
it ticked, and then it'll handle its own stuff. Okay, I'm going to save this as Frozen Ninja.
So how often shall we create more butterflies? And they'll have to have an initial direction, won't they?
I think that we should have them spawn more regularly over the course of the game. Oh, hi Eddie. We are making Ninja Fly Base, where a ninja has to survive in space by being attacked by lasers with butterflies with lasers. So
Oh, they haven't got lasers yet because I thought we're doing.
we'll add that in, and
We're
we'll actually
having
show it
both.
attacked. No, so don't do it every 3 seconds, okay? If you just add a counter in that counts down, 2 counters.
2
2 counters, okay? As many counters you can, TJ.
We've already got many counters.
Okay, add 1 counter and call that difficulty.
Come on.
Then start the difficulty off at. It's going to be reverse difficulty, so we'll start it off at difficulty 20, which will be the easiest. Okay? Then add another counter called diff timer or difficulty timer, something like that, or timer D for the difficulty timer. Now, this is the logic of it. Every second, TJ, we will minus 1.
What a bit means.
What a bit means?
Yeah. Does Naomi know what?
Does Naomi know what a bit means?
Yes, she does.
What is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, live questioning. Bits, it's either in binary 1 or zeros, or it's just part of something if it's not binary. So then we'll say every second.
No, I could have kept that rule.
You could have kept it.
I could have kept it.
Every
Right,
second.
every second.
We will subtract 1 from the diff timer. Not that one, the other one.
Oh, of course, yeah. We've got.
Yeah.
Oh, if not, that's why it shows up differently.
Okay, and then new condition that if the diff timer
Yep.
gets below 0, so it goes sub-0, lower than 0,
Yep.
then set the diff timer, not that one, the other one along, set the counter to be whatever the difficulty is, so that number 20, the current value.
Leave. Oh, so
Okay,
yay.
so there we go.
No, yes.
There we go.
Right. So, alright, so that means that it'll count down. And then a new condition is tea time, everyone! Sit down for tea time! Sit down for tea time!
I'm sat down, but not for tea time.
We've already started.
Oh yeah, I've got a few packets as well.
Sit down for tea time!
Take off the X's off his eyes.
No, he's dead. He's a dead ninja. He has X's on the eyes. He's not budging on that.
I want them in.
Okay, this is what we're having complaints about. Look at that. Oh, you found some bits of ninja. Okay, zoom out.
We need people to know if he's alive or dead or needing more oxygen.
There it is. Dead ninja. Right.
Right,
So then every
Yep.
20 seconds. Oh no, every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds.
No,
We're
10
not-
10
we're not-
hours.
haven't got time,
10
TJ.
hours.
That would be 10 Appy Hours time. Every 10 seconds, we want to subtract 1 from the difficulty.
Right.
So what we've got there is we've got a counter counting down from how difficult it is until it gets to 0. So on that command, on line 16, TJ,
Yes.
that's when we can spawn a butterfly. And it will get faster, the rate will get faster and faster and faster. So it'll start off that it'll take 20 seconds to spawn, well, the first butterfly will be spawned in immediately,
So-
and 20 seconds later another butterfly.
If we're spawning them outside the screen, we're going to set it so the initial direction is got multiple choice, so it's going to pick randomly an angle.
I don't know, we could set an invisible object that's on path movement round the screen, that it spawns from that
What
point.
time do we have? What?
we are currently on 25 minutes. So I think we could look at having some attacks. I will get some ninja sounds ready for you, and some laser drawn.
All right, so we'll do the butterfly first. So we've created it, and now we need to decide.
Are you going to set it to a random position or just?
So for now, it spawns here.
Spawn in the centre.
Spawn in the centre.
Yes.
Will they pass through the screen though if they're in the centre?
They'll just choose a direction, won't they? And then, oh yeah, maybe no, maybe it should come on from one side to the other.
Yeah, and then set their angle.
Why don't we? I'll tell you what. Why don't we cheat completely, right? And in the event editor, don't worry about the initial direction for the moment. In the event editor, cancel that. When we create it, why don't we copy just this rule here and pull it down to where the butterfly is there on the butterflies. So we're just doing the exact same thing. The spawn pattern is going to be the same. Now I've realised that every second means that 20 seconds before butterfly spawns takes ages, okay? Could we change the every 1 second, can we change that down?
That one?
Yeah, to every 10/100ths of a second.
So we've got... There we go.
There we go, perfect. I just need to get Rachel to get her tea. No, I think I made her cry.
Bad, Adam, bad.
Right. She wasn't coming for tea. She should have. Oh, she wasn't coming for
I would
tea.
Jump at the chance.
I would jump at, well, yes, but she was
I'm
on the
going to
chair,
leap
so
over his counter in a minute.
Okay, right. Can we see the spawn rate?
Can we see the spawn rate? Let's
let's
give it all a test.
Have a nice tea.
And we're going to... So, the spawn rate, so we've got 2, 3,
So if they don't bounce on the screen, if we get rid of that, is that fairer?
Yes, I'm going to go with a yes on that one.
Okay.
So we no longer want them to bounce, so when the butterflies leave the play area.
Do you want to encourage people to comment about anything that they'd like to add to the game?
Let's see this now. So, hi butterfly. So currently, shall we change the ninja speed, or does everyone think that this looks fair enough? Does this look like a fair game to you? Anyone?
No, this is a boss.
Next.
Apart from people who just...
Oh, great, yeah. The Dark Souls of Space Ninjas.
The thing is, you won't be able to dodge the butterflies quite quickly, so maybe it's fair enough. And on a tablet, you could just be tapping top and bottom to get in between 2 points.
And
so,
yeah.
I don't think it's too bad.
Okay.
But I didn't see any O2s appear.
Oh. Oh.
What's their rule? You create them, and then we move their position, don't we? It's not on the same line, is it? Oh, we put it. Move that up. Right.
Get rid of that one?
Yeah, delete that line. And also, can we set its direction to aim at the ninja, so that if the ninja's staying still, which would be losing his oxygen, he'll get the oxygen. So it's like a double whammy. So on the line above, on line 12, add to that, we want to set the direction to look at the direction of the ninja. Oh, what type of movement is it? Is it
which object?
Physics movement.
Physics is the canister's physics. Yeah, the other two are.
Look in the direction might do nothing for it.
It's a static. It's only applying when things collide with it. It's its only movement.
Okay, well let's apply an impulse to start it off then. So if you right click on that, movement, and then in the subfolder we got menu got apply an impulse, which is like a burst. And so what? Let's try an impulse of what?
Not a lot.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how powerful that is. And then it'll ask for the angle. And what we can do, so press OK, and then it'll ask for the angle. And we want the angle to be whatever, if you click on the canister, the oxygen cannon, the position, angle of a vector. So we're measuring from where the canister is to where
the butterfly is the only thing that can collide with it. Oh no.
No, but that's fine. We want to fire it at the ninja.
Is the only thing.
So if you get the X position of the ninja for the X and the Y position of the ninja from the Y, it will calculate that angle and it will push the oxygen tank towards the ninja and do it like that.
Would that make it a little easy, or
no? Because you can't stay still. So if it fires it at where you are, if you stay still, you'll lose oxygen.
I think I know why that one's spawning, because I'd started creating a different spawn rule, so I think we've got rid of that now. So
okay.
This,
so
in theory, should work.
Okay. 7 seconds. Let's have a watch. Well, things don't often work.
But now we've lost our shuriken.
We've lost the shuriken?
Yeah.
How strange. Can you press F2? Are you running the application? Oh,
there we go.
Oh, maybe the shuriken's getting too far off screen and getting destroyed. Okay. 7 seconds. Are we going to get an oxygen tank?
No.
Right, I'm going to get some sound effects for us.
I think we moved a rule over, but we've still got another rule because something is.
Let's have a look. So we're looking at all the things to do with the oxygen tank. So the first thing is that if it leaves the play area, it stops. If it collides with a butterfly, it stops. Every 7 seconds, there's a creation rule that it gets created off screen. Maybe it's getting created too far off screen. Have we got a destroy of too far from screen on the oxygen
we
tank?
shouldn't do. I left it as default, so
it might be.
It
might be. If you go to the runtime, turn that off. The destroy too far. Maybe that's the thing that it's getting destroyed. But
should it be spawning off screen though? Like, why is it? It shouldn't it spawn
off screen and then the position change.
Right. this normally works, so let's have a.
Okay. You're getting some pure debugging skills here. So
and now we've got a butterfly, but we've no canisters.
So what I'd suggest at this point is that we spawn the oxygen tank in the middle of the screen, and get rid of the positioning rule. So on that every 7 seconds on line 12, if you right click on that,
let's just deactivate that.
Deactivate it.
Yep.
And then just
every 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
If not, shall we just go back to its default random?
So create the object and create it in the center of the screen as default. Yeah, fine. Okay. Perfect. And if you can drag that rule down.
This one?
No, the one that you've deactivated, drag it down to here. But then if you double click on it and enter the horrible event list editor, just double click on the tick to get the event list editor. Can you delete the set X position?
Yeah, no.
And delete that line. And delete that line, the look at. Let's just see if the impulse works. So we're going to create the oxygen tank in the center.
More things.
Yeah, great. Yeah, let's try that. See if we can do it in 7 seconds. Come on, Ninja Fly.
I say we might not have time to add in everything we want to, but we'll add in lasers. So it spawns, but it's not.
Oh, look at that! It's hardly floating at all.
Yeah,
oh, there we go. That one did.
Shall we turn off the impulse?
Oh, has it got elasticity?
Let's have a look.
Let's set the elasticity. Yeah, no, set elasticity to 100 because it's a static object. It's not. Here we go. Try running that. The elasticity is how bouncy it is, and so it should mean that it'll bounce forever.
Yeah, so the butterflies are spawning at an alright rate. Oh wait, I need that tank. I need to set that on auto rotate as well. Oh, we need to destroy it when we collide with it. Well, otherwise the game might become a little too easy.
So because there's no gravity or anything, I think what we'll need to do is we'll need to, on that line 18, on that tick, we'll need to right click on that and we'll need to apply an angular impulse, which is a spinning impulse. So under movement and then physics and then apply angular impulse. It's just a number. 250 is full speed anti-clockwise and minus 250
might not want that in space.
So we want to just a random number, random range even, between minus 50 and plus 50 maybe, and then they'll have some spinning. The oxygen tank is small, and the smaller the object is, the more that the impulse is affecting. So you could have a very fast spinning oxygen tank, but it's a bit of trial and error. Go on, if you
and minusing is basically the same. So left and right is determined by if it's plus or minus on the force.
Clockwise or anti-clockwise. So stay at the centre just for the 7 seconds.
No.
Or not.
It's quite difficult because I haven't got a lot of space.
Okay, it doesn't seem to be spinning that much.
No, it's auto rotate on the actual.
Also, we don't want it to target you. Now it's spawning in the centre. We don't want it to
we want
target
the
you.
impulse taken.
So maybe we should have it just spawn in the centre. Do you want
rotate is off.
Yeah.
Will it make it a bit easier if it's thing, or shall we just make it randomly spawn anywhere on the screen?
I don't think so, because the centre is probably the safest space you want to be, and that's not the only way to lose the game. I don't think it's a problem. If we set a force field...
Impulse, which one are we taking off?
I would look at delete the look in the direction of player. Oh no. Apply. You can on that apply impulse. If you go down to there, edit that. Edit apply impulse.
Yep.
Strength of the impulse, and then oops, sorry, I pressed enter for you. There you go. Edit that rule. Strength 30 is fine, but if you set it to be just random, just click on random, a random angle, 360, and then it's between 0 and 359. It's going to be.
Yeah, because we want it to look like it's just floating around in space rather than like a mind of its own.
Yeah. I'm going to try and find a force field that they can spawn from to help.
So, have we got any comments online? Because we've lost temporarily one audience because they're all eating. So, have we got anyone in the comments?
So we've got Eddie, Louise, and Kyle still joining.
Oh, there we go. That's the effect we want. So yes. we want this. This is what we've been aiming for, and without the death.
Right. So, can you create a new object? Can you create it to have a movement? Of physics bouncing ball.
No, that's not the one we want. Bouncing ball.
And this is going to be the dead body floating in space that doesn't get control. So if you double click on that and import, there should be a
not use this mouse.
A dead ninja, frozen ninja.
Frozen ninja.
I wasn't so cool. Okay, if you can import it in, crop it, and shrink it down to be, there we go. To be about the same size. Oh, I've left a bit of a shuriken in. Give me 1 second. I will do that. Oh, he could have a tiny bit. He could have,
yeah.
Leave him with a tiny bit.
So like a bicycle.
Yeah. Okay. So pop him on screen. Change him to physics bouncing ball. Initial speed, set it to 10. Okay, and then just set the in the events if he collides with the. Oh no, sorry, of his position, if he hits the edge of the screen. Yeah, so if he is going, and then we can have him bounce around. So 12 minutes. I'll get some ninja sounds for us. And we'll have a look at...
yeah, because we've got that many butterflies spawning now, I'm not sure throwing lasers into the mix is going to be very fair, because it's already quite challenging, so we might miss lasers. Since we've got a lot of
or we could
butterflies.
Just change the difficulty level so that they don't apply so often. I think it's nice to have some lasers.
So we're doing sounds first, and then if we've got time, we'll change them to be laser flinging butterflies.
I've got a nice ninja sound, which I assume. When do we want to play this?
When he collects a
oxygen tank.
Yes.
Okay. I will call that oxygen for you. Oh, you've already got one of these, have we not?
Yeah, I just thought quicker.
Okay. Quicker to add more code.
Bit lazy in a backwards sense.
Slowing down because of that kind of attitude of let's add more code. It's quicker. Okay. Right. There we go. And with this dead ninja, can we just test him bouncing around the screen? Frozen ninja.
Let's do it.
Frozen ninja. We have got. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, it seems so. Move on so they can see.
There we go. So now we need a rule to make it so
that gets created when he gets destroyed.
From his position, yep.
So just when he dies, so you'll need to use the rule where he gets destroyed, otherwise you won't have anything to base it off. You can't say where there's no ninjas, put it on top of the ninja. Of
course.
That's not logical. The computer will
blow up.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, possibly. So we want ninja related, and when he is destroyed, which is this one.
Yep.
There's two.
Yeah,
so we need both
fine.
of these, and then we want to create.
We could teach people some good, the opposite of adding more code in, but to deplete it, I could teach you that about running an event.
So that should work. It's on the same rule. It should do it at the same time.
Yeah. Double click, because you want to happen before you destroy it.
Double click.
Double click on that, and you want to create it before you destroy it.
There we go. And
on the other
which one did I do? It's this one. There we go. Ordering is very important, and something I often forget.
Now you can delete that. We are making a game. We're live streaming. We should really have signs up about this.
Yeah. So you're currently on camera. Do your parents mind this?
They do not know.
So
Your
go
mum
ask
knows
them.
nothing of this. That was just a computer-generated child.
We've been
We're
working
making a
on
game in an hour, and you can
holograms.
give us advice about what we should do and how we should do it, seeing as everyone else is eating their tea. But do you need to eat your tea? Go and find your mum.
Do you want to go eat your tea?
What? You already ate? Well, how did you miss this? Oh, you need to.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to show him what he will become.
I just want to see if
another one comes.
No, we've not. We've got the shuriken.
I have two. Get it back. There we go.
Let's just purposely. There we go. That's what we want. Well, not really.
And
what we
does
want.
our score stop when we're dead, TJ? That's the question we want to know.
No.
Otherwise, we can win this game.
No.
So you can just delete him.
Yep, he's gone. Where's delete on your keyboard?
Yeah.
Ah.
Where it is on most. Just laptops have it in different places.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So that's gone.
Right, fantastic. Right, I'm going to prep the web page then that people can go to and get it. So
Yes.
what we're going to do is you can head over in a few moments to impactgamers.net/Appy2. Does that fit on? Yeah, good. Right. And I will just set that up.
So all I've done is added a rule saying that if there is a ninja on the screen and it's past a second, then you gain 1 score. So when he's been defeated, destroyed, it won't count
So
up
that's
anymore.
an and condition. Both those need to be true, not just one, not just every second, not just when you've got a ninja. Great, okay. And so that gives you a score. The game gets harder.
Yes. Do you want me to save it?
Yeah. Have we got a ninja sound? Yeah. When he gets to the oxygen, he goes. Or what about when he hits the butterfly?
An owl,
What happens
some kind
to
of
an owl?
shriek. Can we have like a ninja shrieking?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard a ninja shriek.
Oh, well, you're
it would be
about
very
to.
interesting to
This is
hear
what they
this.
sound like. Are you ready?
Sounded like a cat.
Almost like a cat.
Yes.
They get confused. Ninjas get confused for cats a lot.
Yeah.
And because this is not a WAV file or an MP3
Ninjas?
file.
Did you say ninjas?
Yeah. They have karate and stuff. Snap your shins clean off.
We are big fans of bad lip reading.
Yep. Oh,
For any of you that didn't get that reference. So tell me when the sound's on, and I will find it.
It will be very shortly. And by shortly, I mean in a little while. Okay, nearly here. I'm just going to speed it up because it's a bit long.
So we've got a way of adjusting difficulty. We've got a way of dying. We've got 2 ways of dying. In fact, it's an endless game.
Could we label one of the scales O2? I could grab the O2 off the oxygen tank if that helps you. There we go. It's the really long file name that's not very helpful.
Oh, I just came off it.
Oh, look at that, TJ. Come on,
Literally
look,
came
look
off
at
it.
that. Come on, let's tidy up that code. Let's tidy up. It can make me feel better. There we go.
There we go. Right, where was I?
See, he's the game maker, not the programmer. So when the butterfly hits him, and does the
There we
butterfly
go.
bounce?
No, it goes right through him.
Yeah, I give it to bounce.
Yep.
Yeah.
One with the really long name.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that one.
Yeah.
Shriek. The one with Shriek in it.
It is.
Random guess. So we've got that.
Right, I'm going to prep this puppy. Don't know what I'm saying.
So the butterfly, do we want them both to bounce?
No, because he's following the mouse. He's following the mouse. His movement is not dependent on that. So yeah,
There we go.
we can delete that every 7-second rule now that we're not using that one. Can we?
Now that we've fixed everything.
Possibly. Oh, look at this.
I hope I ain't just jinxed everything by saying that.
Oh, I thought I got the password wrong. I am into our online server, ready to upload.
Right, I'll save it.
And we only have 5 minutes. We could finish early. Or in fact, we could finish on time.
Am I just saving that folder?
Yeah, give me a better name. Come on, Appy2.
Yep.
Okay, and then we can have some games testing for the final few moments.
Is anyone in the comments wanting to do some game testing with us?
So what, Naomi, I'll need you to go to an internet site in a moment.
In the meantime, I'm going to quickly test it. Right, so Ninja's working. Oh, butterflies are legal.
Where are our live shown? Do we have them shown?
No, that is a very good point.
And we need the O2 referenced. Now I think, hello, do you want to test the game?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, let's just...
Well, first I've got to get really, really used to the game.
Yeah, well that's...
We might not be able to in 5 minutes, but we can try.
So, let's create a folder. Appy 2.
Make sure this game isn't easy.
Well, I think TJ's made sure it's not easy.
I'd say it's not easy.
Okay, good. Right, and then some
lives.
What should the lives look like? We have a ninja floating around with butterflies. Because maybe the lives should look like the butterflies, so that you.
What? Look like.
Oh, ninja heads. Little ninja heads.
Let's have more butterflies or ninjas.
For what?
The lives, so you know how many lives you've got. Should they look like ninjas or butterflies? Ninjas. Yeah, you've spoken.
The butterflies take away.
Okay, they're going to be massive.
Massive lives.
Yeah, you're going to have to resize that down.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. Right, great. Just want to stand.
I'm going to test the game.
Okay, fantastic. There we go. 3 ninjas. I think 5 ninjas. So
5
to change the
ninjas?
default number of lives, you need to go into the application properties. So at that red circle with the application name, and then it's runtime options, and that's hidden there. Okay, right. When we die, we should stop the sound playing. So that.
So when he's destroyed, which is any of these two, we're also gonna. Oh yeah, play shriek.
Samples. You could stop any sound playing, or you could stop specific either.
We'll add the play sound bit first.
No one brought us any
stop.
food. It's very sad.
Yeah. Shriek.
I know.
And then we're going to go to
I'm getting some food. Oh, and TJ might want some of this. Maybe.
stop. Any
or specific. Doesn't matter. Wait a minute. You play a sound and you stop any. That's going to not play the sound. So.
Oh, we need to just reorder it so
cancel
shriek happens first.
Yes. Well, no, because it will just stop any sound straight after that. So you need to stop a specific sample, and then we can choose. The Marwan. That's the lady who made the songs. Okay. Right. I'm sorry that I couldn't pronounce
We are really good at pronouncing things.
Oh, how are we doing for time? Oh, 3 minutes. Right. Have you saved it? Save it. I'll publish it.
I've resaved it just now.
Do you know what? I haven't even loaded up Clickteam to publish it.
Adam.
I'm sorry. Steam wants to update now. Happy.
Steam always wants to update every time I boot it up.
I like it. It's so new.
But nothing's different. Nothing changes. It is the same.
Okay. Well.
So I do like Steam really. Like I'm not.
Send us free stuff.
Yes.
Okay. I'm on it. I'm on it like a cub on it.
We're on Steam all the time.
Complaining about
how long it takes to get onto Steam all the time.
Okay, here we go. I'm logging in.
Right. So. Is anyone else getting ready to test it? And I'm really quickly going to test it.
Head to.
Yeah, you give them that. I'm gonna just sit here and. Oh, it's not.
Oh, it doesn't restart. You'll have to.
Add a restart option. Shall I add a second frame to show score?
If you click, user clicks when we're dead. So the number of the.
I think I already have one of them when there's no. No,
I need a fork. Thank you very much.
I'll add it really quick. So compared to number, when there are none, when there are none of them, we just want to say and the user clicks.
Thank you very much.
Insert, and we want to switch the order, and then restart the application.
Am I going to test the game?
You are going to test the game. You can.
So that's why we're restarting. Shall we have a second frame so it jumps to?
No, we're not going to do that because we've only got 1 minute.
Oh, okay. So everything else is done.
Yeah. Do you want to let these girls test the game?
No.
Yep.
Do you want me to check everything works first, or? No. You guys can test it.
Have you saved it?
Yes, I've saved it. I'll save it again. And they've disappeared. Right, I'll test it real quick then. 2.
Okay. What are we time now? People are calling time. Okay.
I don't know. I'm calling shenanigans on that.
Is it working?
It is. It's just
See if it stops.
the.
What's that repeating sound? The shriek sound is playing forever.
So special condition, only
Yes.
play once.
Exactly.
So this is something that we sometimes have to use.
Adam,
Yes.
maybe you could have
Do you want me to do it, Ross?
oxygen go down a little bit slower.
Oh, that's an instant one anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, save it. Okay, we are calling
Done.
that on Appy Hour. We have made Ninja Fly Base with these lovely people. They will test it. You can go and try it from in the next 10 minutes and try it at impactgamers.net/Appy2. Try it on your phone and play the wonderful world of Ninja Fly Base. TJ, you going to say anything?
Just don't make me look bad. I don't want people like getting really good scores making me look bad.
Okay, it's time! Although it'll take me a second.
I was going to say, we're still running on another channel. Until tomorrow.
You can